Welcome to today's Pray.
Welcome to today's Pray,
I'm
where
Jake
we always,
And that's Poppy Stedman.
when we always pray.
And we pray on any motherfucker who wants us to taste.
Well, here's the thing. I always pray for my followers. I always pray for the people who are listening. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope that you guys are driving to work safely. Quit texting.
Quit texting and driving. We know that you're doing it. Put the phone down. Drive, man. Pay attention to the road.
Just drive.
Shut up and drive. What's up, dude? How was your weekend?
It was pretty good, man.
We had a pretty solid weekend.
I don't even remind me what we did again.
Well, my Saturday consisted of working front desk at the powerlifting meet.
Oh, right.
What
You
did your
just saw the
Saturday-
juice heads.
What did your Saturday consist of?
Dude, when people isn't it weird when people ask you what you did? You could have had the best weekend ever. Could have done all this fun stuff. And then when you try to recall it, it's all gone. It's all gone. Do you remember your whole weekend?
Yeah, I remember every second of it.
Maybe I didn't have a good weekend. Maybe I had a horrible weekend. I'm just blocking it out of my memory. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I have a hard time remembering things over the weekend.
Well, that's okay.
I'm so busy living in the present, I don't even worry about the past. You know what I mean?
I get you. I totally get you. Like, I don't even look in the rear view mirror half the time, but I guess I am today because my weekend was that awesome.
Yeah.
Started out.
Saw all the juice heads.
I didn't really get to see a whole lot of them. You couldn't tell. So I went to the powerlifting meet, which was untested, and me working this powerlifting meet, I was looking forward to seeing everybody on steroids. I expected everybody in there to be a vein bulging freak.
Yeah.
Everybody looked pretty normal, by the way.
According to Zach, that's not the case. He said that there were some people that definitely belonged in a bodybuilding meet.
For sure. Yeah, there was some juicy looking boys, but nothing outrageous.
No gorillas.
There was one gorilla, but he didn't look like he took anything. He was just a giant boy. But everybody else looked very just normal. Like there wasn't anybody abusing steroids. Like everybody using them just looked like an average Joe.
Well, anybody who
there was one guy who looked insane. He looked like the Thing from Fantastic Four. He was insanely
the Rock guy.
Yeah, he was like.
He looked like the Rock.
He looked like he was probably almost 40, but he was jacked, dude. His traps were like the size of basketballs.
I heard that there was a couple of guys that were in the 40 and 50s, and you're like, oh man, I'm so jacked and so big. I've been doing steroids for so long. Yeah, I'm gonna tear up this competition. They look so intense, and then all they did was bench press and left.
Oh, I believe that. I absolutely believe that. The one guy I'm thinking of, it was an old guy. He was 42. He attempted to pull 700 pounds, and it was insane looking. Like it was it was nuts.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good weekend. We just kind of hung out. Then after the powerlifting meet, we all went to the baseball game. You were there for that. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that part.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I was so tired. I had one beer, and I was like,
dude, you're running out of steam.
Yeah.
The night before that, we tried to go to 1, 2, 3 and watch some bands, and
girls got sick.
Sometimes girls' bellies get upset.
Yeah, why do girls' bellies get hurt all the time? What's the difference between the enzymes on the inside of a man's belly on the inside of a woman's belly? Because
I'd say
I never
probably
get
a
belly
lot.
aches.
Okay, I do.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what she felt like.
I got news for you. After drinking the spiked smoothie Blue Mary lemonade, you're gonna have a bellyache, motherfucker.
I don't have friends.
Hi, I have spiked smoothie blueberry lemonade. And
I can't fit Billy.
Friends. I don't have friends.
This is how you know you don't have friends, is when you start just getting really wild with your beer choices, and you're like, man, I'm telling you, man, like it's great. It will change your life.
I don't have friends.
You can't push anything on anybody.
Yeah,
but dude,
all they hear when you're talking about beer like that, and they hear.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
I thought the baseball game was incredible. I've never seen a grand slam before in my life. So seeing the Grand Slam, I'm like, oh shit, I don't know about sports, but I know that's a good sport thing.
You know, I'm gonna. He might not like me talking about this, but when you left, Jay goes, "Does Jake really not know about sports?" I said,
Yeah.
Nope. He really doesn't. It's like a totally different world. It's like not even the same language. You say shortstop, he goes, "What?
I know what a shortstop is.
Where?
Right behind the pitcher.
Where?
Behind the pitcher.
That's second base. Which way?"
Between the pitcher and second base. Is that not right?
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Because between the pitcher and second base is just green space.
Maybe they need an extra guy there. I don't know. Okay.
See?
Okay. Okay, I got one for you
He's
then.
between second base and the third baseman.
Where's the buffer go then?
Buffer?
Yeah. For the baseball game.
The buffer?
Yeah, the buffer, motherfucker.
It's right between the pants and the cock. That's where it goes.
That's what I hear when you're talking about
The buffer goes right between the baseball pants and a guy's groin area, so he doesn't get hit in the nuts.
Dude, I was just ready to get out of there.
Huh?
I was just ready to get out of the
Oh, I
baseball
know.
game.
Well, Jay was just saying he's never been to a baseball game with someone who doesn't know baseball.
Yeah. I was there to kind of I like watching the game. I seeing the Grand Slam. Saw a couple.
That was awesome.
I think I witnessed some more psychological things during the
Oh,
game.
absolutely. Yeah. That one pitcher's wild eye. Did you see that? That's not psychological, but I think when he was thinking really hard, his eye kind of glared over, and I've never seen a guy look more like a weasel in the face.
He was about to swipe somebody's stuff. He could have been named Swiper.
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly right.
And what about the guy I'm thinking of particularly was the guy who struck out 2 times in a row.
Oh, by watching the last – you never watched the last one. You swing, buddy. If the counts – I'm going to teach you a baseball thing real quick. You probably already know this, but I'm going to teach you anyways.
No, I don't know.
Full count is 3 balls, 2 strikes. That means this next pitch is you're either gonna walk to the next base, or you're gonna have to, or it's gonna be a strike and you strike out. Okay, that's a full count. So it's like, oh, this is a really big deal. You just swing.
Just go for it.
If it's completely out of there, then you don't. But if it's anywhere close, you got to swing, because they're gonna call a strike on you. And that guy watched it a strike. He struck out just by watching both times. And he was like, oh man.
To me, I saw him being pouty, and I was like, I feel like I just watched this man's baseball career end.
And you may have, because it's the MLB draft league where this is like these guys are, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get into the minors.
Yeah.
So they have a longer season than some of the people in the minors even, because they're trying to get into the minor leagues or into the draft.
Yeah.
And it's just like there were probably at every game there's going to be scouts watching. Like there's probably more scouts there than fans.
Probably
at that game, because there was like a third of the stands were filled.
I love that. Was awesome though. Going, I kind of was wanting to party a little bit, drink a little bit, but I was just so tired because I'd gotten up so early that day.
Yeah,
I think I drank 3 beers and I was about ready to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm still just thinking as we were leaving, I'm thinking, all right, we got to get out of here. That way we don't have to get stuck in the traffic.
Well,
but then as I'm leaving, I'm like, there's 40 people here.
Yeah. There's no traffic.
There's going to be no traffic when we get back to our car.
Yeah. And also, right after you left, it was only half an inning, because we were second at bat. We were the bottom.
That's why we left.
So we were leading already. So they just had 3 outs and it was over.
Yeah.
As long as they didn't score.
That's why we were trying to get out of there, to get out of there, just like an
and here's the thing.
Early.
Here's the thing wrong with that, because I know a lot of people that did that at the old WVU football games, where it's like, oh, they're getting beat, they're just getting destroyed. And then I know people that went home and then they came back and won by 1 in triple overtime or some shit, and they're already in their car and leaving, so they just have to listen to the game they're missing on the radio.
Dang.
But you don't have to worry about that. It's the MLB draft league. These guys are scumbags.
I don't have friends.
Wannabes.
They suck.
Yeah, we
One
might
guy
not.
did suck. I mean, 2 strikeouts.
Listen,
I don't know a whole lot about sports, but I know that's bad. And I know that would never happen to me.
no. At least you would swing.
If I got a strikeout, it'd because I striked out. I didn't swing the whole time.
That's exactly right.
Do you think you had stage fright?
Probably.
Do you ever get stage fright?
Have I ever had Actually, yeah, I do get stage fright.
Yeah?
I get nervous.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
I mean, I'm trying to think of the last thing.
When's the last time you had to be on a stage?
I had to be on a stage in high school when I was doing a speech for the seniors of the soccer team when I was in high school.
Oh, shit.
And they said I did an incredible performance, but it's kind of just, I'm really good at pulling shit out of my ass.
I don't have friends.
And I did this whole elaborate thing that I just came up with over like 3 minutes.
You made it up in 3 minutes?
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
Like before I left,
You did a lot of research.
I made fun of one kid because he didn't understand, like, in soccer, you'd say a certain word, and I was basically saying he never passed the ball, and I grabbed the biggest dictionary I could from my house, like the oldest dictionary that's like this big, 5 inches wide, and I handed it to him and had him look up the word to make fun of him in front of everybody.
You bullied him
Yeah.
in the public's eye.
Yeah. Sorry, Caleb.
I ain't
Good guy,
sorry.
though.
Do you think you taught him something that day?
He went and played soccer in college. I think he did all right. So maybe I did him a favor.
Maybe he passed the ball after that.
Yeah, well, he probably had someone. If he didn't, he had someone up in his butthole screaming at him. If you can't hear people from the outside, you absolutely can hear them from inside.
A major topic of this podcast could be
Get up their butts.
Teamwork.
Oh, teamwork, not get up people's butts.
That could be the same thing if you think about it.
In a way, yeah. Yeah.
I remember one time when I was in youth league basketball. You know me, big youth league guy from kindergarten to 7th grade.
Yeah.
I was on this youth league team with this guy who I hated. His mom was the coach.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Let's call him Jambalaya.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. This might be controversial.
Okay.
And I'm not meaning it to be in a sexist way. But moms, if they're the coach, they really mean it.
Yeah.
It does, like, it's kind of normal for the dad to be the coach of like a softball team, basketball team. But if the mom is the coach, she really wants to be the coach.
Yeah, she
right?
was.
Dads are kind of just doing it like, and this is not, I mean, there's more dads that show up just because like they need a guy. If the mom does it, it's like she wants to be.
Yeah.
And that is the only thing worse than having as someone's dad as the coach that always plays the kid.
Yeah.
Now you have the mom that plays the kid anyways, and she's just screaming at him.
Dude. So we lost every game that year. And this is why, because her kid, the guy I hated, Jambalaya,
Jambalaya, I hate him.
he was a ball hog,
Oh, yeah.
but he wasn't good enough to be a ball hog. And also, it got to like game 1 or 2, I'd be like, Jambalaya, dude, pass the ball. We might win. He goes, and then he got into his head and he's like, I'm not passing it now.
Yeah.
Like he knew
I'm going to win the game.
Yeah, he's like, and he wouldn't. Him and this other kid would not pass the ball.
Yeah.
And I remember we went to like a spring formal dance. And we were in middle school. I had to have been 7th grade.
Yeah.
He shows up to the dance and he's wearing. This is not like he's an athletic kid, but he's like a chubby kid.
Man, I'm yeah, okay. Okay.
And he shows up to the formal wearing, like the flame button-up shirt, like from Trailer Park Boys.
Wait, for real?
Yeah. so he's wearing that
And track pants.
and that's at the spring formal. That's not at youth league basketball. That's just at a dance the night before a game.
Honestly, you're making him out to sound pretty cool.
Saturday shows up, and that's our youth league game.
Yeah.
And our coach isn't there, and he is not there. It was like a 9 a.m. game. The coach and he wasn't there, but the rest of our team's there.
Yeah.
So we started playing the game without the coach and without the guy.
Yeah.
and we were going against one of the good teams, and we were winning. We were doing good. And then he shows up because they thought the game was at 10 when our game was at 9. Well, he shows up at like 9:30 when our game's halfway over, and starts playing, and we fucking lost bad. I was like, does everybody see? Like, we were winning, and then this guy shows up, and now we're losing. But the funny thing was, the reason I described Jambalaya's outfit was because he wore his fucking dance outfit to the basketball game. And he played basketball in these fucking dress pants and this flame shirt.
Dude, his mom and him, like the mom
partied all night.
The mom like was chaperoning the dance, you know, and they went out and he's wearing his cool flaming t-shirt with his dress pants, and they both got hung over, fell asleep in the car outside the freaking VFW.
With this family, I believe that. I believe they were both probably fucked up.
Fell asleep outside the freaking VFW, came up and was like, oh man, oh shit. And he looked up at the scoreboard, realized that he's like, wait a second.
They're winning the game without me.
No, he doesn't know who's home and who's away because it's just youth league basketball. So he's like, oh shit, they're losing. I gotta go up in there. And he's wearing his freaking Cole Haan dress shoes.
Cool. And they lost the game for us. Motherfucker. I never liked him.
Jambalaya sucks, dude.
Sucks, dude.
I hate jambalaya.
They used to call him Shit Stain. Because he would shit his pants all the time.
I don't have friends.
But the thing was, you know, we're making fun of him. It sounds like we're bullying him. Yeah. We're making fun of him. We're sounds like we're bullying him.
What grade is this?
This is 7th grade.
7th grade, and everybody's
He would have been
shit stain.
He would have because an actual bully from your grade. Mm-hmm. So you're in 8th grade. I'm in 7th grade. Jambalaya's in 6th grade. An actual bully from your grade threatened to fight him in the bathroom, and made him shit himself. And there had been multiple times where this kid had shit himself. And it sounds like we're just making fun of him and calling him a bully. This guy was a bully. Because he was like one of the bad. He was like, probably didn't grow up with a whole lot of money, so he was like wasn't afraid to fight kids, and he was like he would be mean. So maybe now that I'm describing him even more, it sounds like he probably did have a shitty home life. But it doesn't matter. He was mean to everybody. So they called him Shit Stain. It's like, hey, dude, you want to karma? You're gonna be mean to everybody. You're gonna earn the nickname Shit Stain.
Listen, that's karma. If someone bullies you and you shit yourself, nobody likes you.
I don't have friends.
That's karma, dude. Yeah, if you have a shitty home life, your mom always coaches your basketball games when you don't want her to. You have to hog the ball when you say he's probably on his ride home. She's like, you need to hold on to the ball more. He's like, nobody likes me. I want to pass the ball.
She's like, do you want to be a star? You got to be a star if you want people to like you.
Dribble, dribble, dribble. No pass. There's no such thing as a triple threat, double threat. That's it.
Dribble and shoot. That's all you need to know.
Dribble and shoot. No passing. He's like, come on, I want to have friends.
And then he'd shit himself.
And then he'd shit himself on the way home from every single game because she'd scare him so bad. He probably played that game with shitty pants. Shitty dress pants and his Cole Haans with a flaming t-shirt.
Shitty pants. That's a good nickname.
Shitty pants. Oof. Now, there's nothing worse. You know, thinking you shit your pants with normal pants, like normal jeans you think is bad, because you might see a little bit. You absolutely see that sticky icky down there whenever you got dress pants on.
Yeah. When you're playing dress pants at a youth league basketball game and you shit yourself, you're going to see it.
Yeah. And that's some thin linen. It's going to get crusty.
Ew.
I don't have friends.
All right, you know, we've touched on the shit.
Shit again.
Touched on it. Let's move on.
I can't. No, it kind of reminds me of the kids that, you know, he went to the dance, then he went to the basketball game the next day. Where did he come from? Why is he wearing the same outfit?
I think
now it makes sense. Like the kid that goes, you know, he stays at his dad's, and then he has a football game, right? And they forget shoes, and then the next day that night he goes to his mom's, and he has to wear his cleats to school the next day. At least he had other shoes on. He didn't wear his whole freaking football outfit to school the next day.
Right.
But he went to a dance, went home. He went somewhere. He went somewhere. He wasn't just going to show up. Like,
maybe he did stay at the dance.
Brewston's not that big.
No, I think you got it wrong. I think we all left the dance. I think he grooved all night long.
Well, he didn't even sleep.
It was like the scene from Footloose. Or, Footloose, whenever he's just like dancing in the woods. He's so pissed off. Like his mom's finally giving him a break, and he's just like...
I have never, ever danced in rage.
Yeah?
I have never rage danced. I have never gone, dun, 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 I hate everything. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't think that's the song it plays.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, dude, I've
That's
probably,
what song plays in my head when maybe I do rage dance. Never mind.
one time I rage danced against you, man.
Did you? You hated me, didn't you?
5th grade.
You wanted my fucking ass, didn't
Remember
you?
that time me and you were breakdancing?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker's got some moves.
And I'm just wiggling my feet around.
5th grade years old, you're out there going crazy. I was like, shit, I got to get out there and fucking breakdance.
I don't have friends.
5th grade years old. Dude, I'm doing backflips off the freaking wall. I'm jumping up. I'm grabbing the net, the cage that goes over the window so the basketballs don't break the windows in the gym. I'm jumping up. I'm grabbing them. I'm jumping back off.
Nuts, dude. You were
I'm
nuts.
spinning on the ground. I'm getting my shirt dirty because they don't clean the floors in Brewston.
Hell no, dude. We try to football punt basketballs to get stuck in the ceiling.
Oh, I know. That was so cool.
That old gym was so shitty and cool.
Isn't it so funny the things that were like, you're like, oh man, he just kicked a basketball up into the ceiling. He's so fucking cool.
The kid's got a boot on him.
And now, oh man,
You know who definitely has kicked multiple basketballs into that gym ceiling? The middle school legend himself, Randall.
absolutely.
That guy was so fucking cool. Okay. So our old gym was just in this big vacant parking lot beside the middle school. You walked in, immediately to the right, there was the entrance to get up on the stage of the gym. And then to the right of that was the stairs that go down into what used to be the men's locker room.
Yeah, girls' locker room.
Oh, that was the girls' locker room?
Oh yeah. So
I'm saying back in the day.
oh yeah.
So did you ever go in there when it was functioning?
No,
I mean, it was a dungeon down there.
I
think it was only open like 2 years of my existence in school. So kindergarten and 1st grade. And dude, it was gnarly. And then they closed it off and you never went down there. It's
I wonder what's in there.
probably nothing now. It's probably filled with cement now, but
That's probably where our
before
old teacher used to do drugs.
what I would say, I think there was a schoolgirl that went down there and committed crime on herself, suicide.
For real?
Yeah. Then if you go down there, you would just see the ghost of a child.
Yeah.
It was bloody and gross.
Yeah.
That's why nobody was allowed down there, because they didn't want to see a ghost of a child.
And also, it's like, who wants to clean up ghost blood?
Not me.
Yeah.
How do you soak up ghost blood? With a ghost sponge?
Yeah.
A magic eraser can clean anything.
That's true. I don't know. I'd say there's probably some sort of cryptid down there.
Like a goblin?
Probably.
Or ghoul?
Most likely a basketball ghoul.
Oh, a Monstar.
Oh man.
Like from Space Jam.
I'm pretty sure that's where it was filmed, in our old gym. I think you can still find Michael Jordan's shoes down there. That's probably where they kept it. It's probably, you think that it's like this scary place. It just held all of Brewston's treasures.
Dude, did you ever accidentally do anything really bad in school and then you never told anybody about it? I'm about to tell you a story.
But did you? I'll think about it while you tell yours.
Okay. So
I'll listen.
When I was in 8th grade, I tied my gym shoes together.
Yeah.
And we were going into the boys' locker room. And somebody was walking. I was acting like a ninja with them. And it was like twirling them around by both my shoulders above my head. And one of my friends was running away from me. And I chucked my shoes at him. Well, they bounced off the walls. And they hit the the window to the gym teacher's office and smashed the window, cracked the window. And I was like, oh shit. The kid I threw it at looks at the window, goes, got out of there. I was like,
He goes,
and he got out of there, and I was like, I'm fucking out of here too. The next period we had was social studies, and I sat in that class feeling like I was going to burn in hell for what I just did. I was like, I should go back and tell that I did that. Nah. But
I don't have friends.
But then I felt so bad about it. It still haunts me.
do you?
No, I don't feel bad about it now. But I did as an adolescent child.
You know why you felt bad?
Why?
Because your 8th grade gym teacher was super hot.
No, she was bad.
What?
Oh, you're thinking no. Okay, so this must have happened in 7th grade then, because my 8th grade gym teacher was and is still, she is a beautiful woman.
Yes.
The teacher we had before her forged her papers saying that she could teach, and she taught there for 2 years. I technically don't have a 6th and 7th grade physical education.
No wonder you don't know shit about sports.
So I don't know about.
That's when you learned about baseball and everything.
She did teach us frisbee, and you know me and frisbee.
She goes, everybody. Now the shortstop's right behind the pitcher's mound.
She did teach frisbee, and you know me and frisbee.
And she must have at least she just had a natural gift of frisbee. Everything else was fucking.
I'm a sniper when it comes to frisbee. She also taught.
Cricket.
She made us run the mile. So yeah,
And threw stuff at you.
so frisbee and ran the mile. I can do both of those.
My 8th grade gym teacher, because ours was different. So she'd make us run the mile, and then at the same time, half the class would run the mile, the other half of the class would do archery.
I remember that.
And so we'd be running across a field just back and forth doing the pacer test while kids were shooting arrows at us.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you grow up in Sparta.
We made real warriors. I'm actually going to do a Spartan race soon, and I've been thinking about that lately. Like, okay, me and Kelly are going to do this Spartan race. I'm going to have to shoot some arrows at her, throw some spears, pick up some logs, dump it on her head.
You definitely need
hold
to
her below water for longer than she wants to be down there.
kick her down a well.
Yeah.
You definitely need to watch 300 before you can compete in
no
that movie.
doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. If there's a single Persian there, done.
Yikes, I would hate to be a Persian at a Spartan race.
Like a movie, not like a movie Persian, not a real one.
I don't know, man.
Do they
The
like
way you are.
A Spartan race? Do you think like that would be a weird feeling? Wouldn't that be a weird feeling? You know the 300 was a real story. Persians took over Sparta and they held them off, and then they have a race called the Spartan race, and then you're a Persian guy going to the Spartan race. Wouldn't that feel weird?
It'd probably feel really weird.
I mean, and if he won, everyone just feels like they got conquered. You know?
They did, because the best man's going to win.
Again, you know?
Unfortunately, that time.
And unfortunately, Persians are amazing athletes.
They're great.
Yeah. I say unfortunately because I'm not a Persian. I wish I
know
was,
a
'cause
Persian
they're
lady.
so fast.
I know a Persian lady who's a freaking sports something or other.
Yeah. No, you want to know?
She had like a degree in college. You have a sports degree? Sports
Sports
training?
science.
Sports, that's it. Sports
Sports
science.
psychology, things like that.
Sports
So
science.
here's one thing I will say, because obviously we're just joking about the whole Spartan Persian thing, but I went to a Persian wedding not long ago. One, their music, awesome. So fun to dance to. It feels like you have to like constantly snap your fingers and clap above your head and do the whole thing.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like, and this is me, I like really thought it was fun. Like in Ocean's 12, or maybe is it 13 or 12, where he's like dancing through the lasers and that music that goes while he's going through the lasers and getting in there. Dude, that's what it felt like at a wedding. It was awesome.
Very incredible.
Lasers everywhere. And Persian people are beautiful. All of them are attractive.
Yes.
No, literally.
Yeah.
It is
I know,
insane. Dude. Like, man, white people don't got shit. Like, people from the Philippines, always smiling. They're also very attractive. You got, Asian people, like, stereotypically, they're very smart. Russian people can pick up things, but they're,
Pick up things.
they just, like, are super tough and they can pick up shit.
They have sticky hands.
Yeah, and they do steroids. They have sticky hands.
All Russians do steroids.
All Russians are half spiders. And then, like, white people, we just don't have anything. We just turn shit into holidays.
I don't think you can say it. I think that's, I think we have a lot of stuff.
Holidays.
Well, we also...
We just, like I said, we've always said that. White people just turn other people's cultures into the holidays that we use to make money.
Maybe. I'll tell you one thing that white people do have.
What do we have?
Okay, this is top tier.
Yeah.
White people probably have the loudest snores.
No, yeah, honestly.
Why do we snore so loud?
I can't think of one person of another race that uses that machine, the breathing machine while sleeping.
Why do we snore so
what's
fucking
it called?
loud?
What's that called? A pap smear or something?
CPAP. A pap smear is when a pap smear is when a doctor gets a tomato and smears it on a woman's vagina.
You did a lot of research.
What the fuck?
You did a lot of research.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my grandfather wears a pap smear.
And the girl checks into the doctor's office. She gets put on the table. Doctor gets a tomato and smears it on there. And what the tomato juices do is eliminate any dangerous enzymes going into the body.
Yeah, it's acidic. Tomatoes acidic.
If you're in an emergency situation, you need a pap smear. You just get a bottle of ketchup.
Yeah, fact.
Done.
Yeah.
But I was going to tell you. Apparently, I had a real insane snore last night. I was
For real?
Yeah. I was staying at my girl's house and I went to bed. And the
Classic.
I went to bed and she went to bed before me. So she's already like in bed, comfortable, like almost falling asleep.
Yeah.
And I'm laying there. And the next thing I know, it was probably like 12:30 when I went to bed. Next thing I know, I hear these rain sounds.
Yeah.
I just hear
and that will wake you up if you went to bed without it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got up. I'm like, "Are you okay? What's going on?" She goes, "Oh, nothing. I'm just playing rain sounds because you're snoring really loud." I was like, "What?" And I was so confused because in my head, I hadn't even fell asleep yet.
Yeah.
So I literally like laid down and then I just hear this noise. I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I get up and then I'm informed that I'm sleeping and snoring super loud.
Ugh.
Which I gotta say, I'm not insecure about basically anything.
Yeah.
I am insanely insecure about snoring.
Oh, yeah, because you can't control it.
I feel so bad. And I don't want to be the snore guy. Believe me, I grew up in a house with my stepdad.
Yeah.
He snores like a beast. He made me cry one time. We were staying at my grandma's. We were all in the same room. And I heard his snoring. I thought he was a monster.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm being dead serious. I was probably 5 or 6 years old. Literally thought he was a ghoul.
Well, 5 or 6 years ago, I stayed at your house, and I heard this horrible sound, and I cried at your house while we were spending the night.
Dude, Jay's snore is off the Richter.
You did a lot of research.
His door frame would, like, flex in and out.
But
so
no,
he just purrs like a cat?
no, that's the vibration of the door.
Yeah, if I heard that, I would think of a lot of other things before snoring, that's for sure.
He's a cat, man.
What's your snore sound? Do you know? Did you like record yourself ever?
I'm just found out that I snored last night, and I don't know why. Because I did maybe have a couple beers yesterday, and I do snore when I drink.
I've only heard you snore a few times.
Yeah.
And it was loud.
Really?
When I heard it, because if I hear it, I mean, it's going to be loud.
I
but it's
hate
only
those
like literally a few times. When I say a few, Less than 5.
That's something I gotta nip. I gotta figure out what to do to not snore. If anybody out there listening to today's prayer has any tips for learning how to not snore, please send them my way.
They have those things that like shove your bottom of your jaw forward, like a mouth guard,
I'll get one
because it opens up your throat. Because if you go like the opposite,
dude. I'll definitely get.
that's
one
like your chin going back. But if your chin goes forward, try to do it. It's way harder.
Holy shit! It is harder.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's what you need to do. You need to. It's like a jaw thing. So you wear the anti-snore jaw brace.
Anti-snore jaw brace.
Anti-snore jaw bracer. Almost didn't hit that button today. And then you wear your toe spacers so you can have nice grip of your toes when you're lifting while you're sleeping.
Is that a real thing too?
Yeah, toe spacers. Yeah, your toes are actually supposed to be spread out like your hands. Like without the thumb part. Like we're not monkeys, but like yeah, your toes are supposed to be more spread out.
Like when you're resting.
Well, so like your shoes is what makes your toes so close together.
Oh, okay.
There are people like in the Amazon and like native people that like just third world countries where they just they have to walk like 6 miles to get water or whatever. They like their toes are like real spread out and they can like grip like more monkey like.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like a monkey, but it's more monkey like.
So the new thing you need to get the anti-snore jaw,
Jaw brace.
Toe spreader.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can get it from
what else?
Bear Complex. No, Barefoot. The Barefoot shoes. They have toe spacers you can buy on that website.
What else do we need to get?
Nipple clamps
to go to bed in.
Yeah, because if you don't have that little bit of tingling, your chest is gonna sink, and the more your chest sinks, the more you snore. Fact.
I don't know if I've ever heard you snore. I don't know if you're a big snore guy.
I may not be a big snorer, but I will say random words at night.
Like what's a random word you'd
Milk
say?
steak.
Never give a fuck, huh?
Yeah. Boring. Boring. Nobody gives a shit about snoring or talking in your sleep. But those videos are really funny of people talking in their sleep. They'll like wake up, they'll go, oh, Mamasuki.
It's crazy how
trampled frogman.
When she told me that she turned on the sounds,
yeah,
because I was snoring, I was so confused because like I said, I literally just laid down. I thought I hadn't even gone to sleep yet.
Yeah, because you think you're a perfect human being. How could you possibly snore?
I was disoriented as fuck. And I was like, and she said, I was like, really? And then I looked at my phone. It was 1:11. I'm like,
I don't snore. I don't snore, bitch.
No.
That's what I'd say.
I know that I snore.
That's what I'd say.
Because the rest of that night, I was like, every time I'd go to sleep, I was like, was I snoring?
Oh, what, baby?
So after, you know what might have made me snore though?
What is it?
I spent the day cleaning my car. The first time
That makes sense.
First time I ever washed my truck.
It's the
by hand.
Yeah, it's because your
I probably shouldn't have drank all that soap.
It wasn't actually this. She thought it was you snoring. It was actually the sound of bubbles popping out of your mouth.
I just had to absorb so much soap into my body.
Do you? Here's one thing. Do you drool when you sleep?
Yeah,
sometimes. And you're like,
I'm pretty good about.
And there's no way of really stopping it though. It's like you kind of have to just like be angled up a little bit.
All you have to do is go like this. Lay down, go like that go like this with your face, and then lay down. Then the pillow holds it.
Dude, that causes wrinkles, man. I'm not fucking doing that.
Dude, I do have way more wrinkles than you.
I need some freaking Botox.
You look like a young boy.
I know.
I look like an old man.
I know. I've. You know what's? I looked so young until I was about 24 years old, and then I looked 16 until I was 24, and then I looked my exact age after that. It was like I skipped all those years.
I've looked 30 since I've been 18.
Whenever I'm in the barbershop, people definitely, I definitely take offense whenever they say, "Oh, how old are you? Like in your 30s?" And I'm like, "Bitch, do I look withered?" You know what I'm saying?
Somebody told me I did. Somebody told me I looked weathered.
Weathered? Oh, that's even worse than
Jake,
withered.
you're only so-and-so years old. This was when I was 20. And I was like, yeah, I'm only 20. He's like, you're only 20? Looking a little bit weathered, buddy.
Dude, weathered is worse than withered because withered is like a guy who's like a raisin. Weathered is like a raisin that's like in the corner, like has dust bunnies around it.
Yeah. And corroded a little bit, too.
Ugh.
I think
Yeah.
of weathered. I think of a nice statue that's been acid rained on.
Yeah, and it's all green. It used to be copper, now it's all green, like the Statue of Liberty. Here's something I wanted to talk about that's completely random, and we're never gonna. You know what we were talking about the other day, which is that super underrated insult that we were talking about earlier today.
Douchebag.
Dude, that is the most underrated thing to call someone. Like, it's like, oh, people are just like, they just say it like nonchalant. It's like, oh yeah, my mom's a douchebag. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
If your mom literally was a douchebag and some porn star was shoving her up her own butt to flush out all the poo.
Yeah. You just call.
You really think your mom's a douchebag now, buddy?
Yeah. When you think of it that way, oh, she's a douche, or oh, he's a douchebag. It's like, oh, really? He cleans out freaking orifices that no one else can reach.
Yeah.
That just,
dude. Speaking of douches, remember that douche from that movie, the animated movie that Seth Rogen's in?
Yeah. I'm a douchebag.
Oh, there's a part in that movie that icks me out.
Yeah.
He's like, I think
he's looking up at the freaking woman's vagina.
No,
that actually no. That's
I think he like drinks one of the other characters or something, or like flushes them out, and it like super like rapey. And
he isn't he drained? He's drained of all of his fluid, and then he turns into like a vampire, and he starts sucking on everybody.
Something like that.
Yeah,
that movie's good though, but that part does kind of ick me out.
Yeah. Ugh.
Is there any insults that somebody would say to you, and you're like, "You crossed the line, motherfucker"? I hate that.
I'd be like. Yeah, you snore a lot. I'm like, you motherfucker. No, I don't even know. Like, I feel like if someone ever said like, yeah, I'm like you guys, I'm a dipshit. Yeah. I think that would get me. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm like, if anyone tries to, they like compare themselves to you, and then they say something negative, it doesn't make it better. Just so everyone knows.
No.
When you go, yeah, that's like, you could do the same thing with anything. You'd be like, yeah, I'm like you. I'm a pedophile. It's like,
I'm just like you guys. I'm a pedophile.
Yeah, I'm like you guys. I'll fuck kids. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's not cool. You can't say that.
You can't say that at all.
Yeah, you can't.
Actually, even us saying it on the pod that sounded weird.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
No.
You did a lot of research.
But no, if you ever like, yeah, I'm just like you guys. Any first off, you say anything like that?
No, you're not.
To anybody? No, you're not. Yeah. If you have to say it, you ain't it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm like you guys. We're the same. No, you're not.
I'm just like you guys. I'm normal. I'm just like you guys. Even if you say that, you start any compliment with "I'm just like you." You're just no, you're not.
No, you're not.
And that's not saying you're like not like us. It's just saying if you're talking to anybody, it's like, yeah, you're trying too hard.
It's like it's like narcissism, really. It's kind of like it doesn't matter who you're talking to. It like we're just saying us as an example, but like it's like saying, yeah, I mean, what's the difference between me and LeBron James? I play basketball. It's like, superstar, owns multiple companies. He basically coaches the team.
There's video games with him in them. Yeah,
that's literally the line. If you are in a video game, that is the line of success, and you are not like them.
Yeah.
It's like, I made a player on 2K. No, you fucking didn't.
You think me and you would ever be in a video game?
Would we be in a video game? Shit. The only thing that we could possibly get in if we got famous enough was like Fortnite, because they just fucking throw anything in there.
Oh, yeah. That would be insane if we were characters on Fortnite, though. I would like to be I would like to be like a side character in like a Call of Duty.
Oh
The guy that gets killed, and then they don't even know it's me. It just says this little caption that says Jake, and then it's like whatever I say. I'm like, oh no, watch out, and then I get killed.
Yeah.
Like that's me.
I just want to be the little chain on the gun, like the little trinket, like the little thing that they hang on the gun.
It would be like
a
the
little
heads
keychain
from our podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, like the little keychain, and it'll just be my head sticking there.
You know what's funny, dude?
That'd be cool as shit.
If you speaking of our podcast, we're on it right now. Isn't that funny?
Oh,
I don't have friends.
No, but if you get on Snapchat and you have a picture of our logo saved, like a screenshot, you can put like the faces that I designed for us
yeah.
over your face, and it's like funny. It looks like you're mine.
You did a lot of research.
It's me, but not really me.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to say before I close the podcast today?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Everybody, be sure to give us a follow on Instagram. It's Today's Pray on Instagram, TODAYSPREY, and it's also Today's Pray podcast on TikTok. Give us a follow on those platforms. Also, check out our YouTube channel. On our YouTube, we have full episodes, all in video. Cha 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 cha.
Cha 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 cha.
You miss a lot of fun things we do. Interact with each other.
You might see a nipple.
You might see us high five, and that's like something you really don't want to miss. So I'm gonna end. I'm gonna end today with a quote from SpongeBob, and the quote is: "The best time to wear a striped sweater is all the time." I'd like everybody to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Use that positivity. If you want to wear something weird today, if you want to do something weird today, you're allowed to.
Yeah.
Be you, motherfucker.
You want to wear a striped sweater? And hey, douche and come over. That's what MGK said.